formerly Nate Mendez. What do you think, huh? Um, uh, it's just the energy of New York, you know? It reminds me a little bit of Sanctuary. Like, just boys blowing off steam. They had a big football victory or something, where they fought the federal marshals and won. But you know they're going to be signing up. Hey, man, we want to fight you again. Well, then put on a uniform, get paid every week. That's how you do it. Even in like football talent, you guys are rowdy fans. Why don't you play on the field? And they do. They look better with a uniform, you know? Even in the Home Depot contracting thing is like we are technically a state of America. You know that, right? Protectorate, protected class. I wish I spoke fluent Puerto Rican, except it's a culture. You know, it's a patois. Thank God for Nicole Valdejuli. Like she's. I know what a Puerto Rican woman can do. She'll be seductive for like the first 6 months, and then next thing you know, you're making a Facebook video with a gun in your mouth. Yeah. So just for your safety, nomini Patri Filii Spiritus Sancti, Amen. You know what I mean? Just in case, because there's people is like, who are you? We're the new guys. Sorry. All hail. I'm sure there's a bunch of neo-Nazis. God can send a bunch of bees and be like, finally, you know? Is that cortisol addiction? Is like, we're so bored. Isn't the sky going to open up or something? What is? Oh, I like this. Just in case Sean comes in, you know? Kangaroo sweat. What's the heaps? Why do I hop faster than a wallaby? Keep it short. I don't see no Australians here though, but it's alright. And oh wait, Stella. I thought they were drinking Foster's. I was so like encouraged. Morning, Tom. Listen, like, do you have Puerto Ricans in Canada? Right. So I'm here with the boys. They just celebrated a big ass victory or something, you know, on the thing. But I'd like to keep it to me. Like I'm a very big narcissist, you know. They just fought like the federal marshals of America. You know, like 300. I count 7 or 8 against like a lot. So it's like giants and shit. And I was talking with Grok. It's like, I'm 5'4", but sometimes people compliment me and I feel like 10 feet tall. Just like what I do with you. Remember when I said like, you look like Ed Norton in American History X, and then you changed the scenario? Yeah, he had a swastika. I'm gonna put a flag, rainbow flag there. But like I'm being owned by younger, more adept flattery. So you gotta be like the uncle. It's like, yeah, boys will be boys. In my neighborhood they call me Chino. You know, it's like why not Chi? Yes. It's like the old man's like, hey Chino, give me $1. I have a cigarette. Okay. He looks disappointed. Now they're hollering at all the girls. Hey, mami. There you go. There you go. I can't really put the kid. Oh shit. The main dude just yelled out. He just yelled out, you want some hot chocolate? As long as they're not swinging on people, I'm having a great time, man. Bandia. Oh, look at this guy. Look at it. He's so happy. Yeah. I'm sure he raped. Sure, he's not kicking over. That's his table. Why would he kick over his own table? That's stupid. He says stupid so good too. You know. I practice the word stupid, but this main guy, oh boy, oh boy, he calls his friends stupid and they laugh. He calls random strangers stupid and I laugh. I'm feeling stupid right now. You know? Oh, jeez, Louise. He just yelled out the N word and he said all the. And I'm waiting for like a big conversion. And it's like they probably defeated a squad of federal marshals. And then those guys are doing security because he just said the N word. And then all the girls are walking away because they deal with like Puerto Rican women. I used to be like this. I swear to God, when I'm drunk off my ass, I would just kick walls. Anyway, how you doing, Tom? How's the night wrench and everything? I'm sure in the shop you got right the rowdies. You know what I mean? But that means the passion, the life. Death is not a factor. Life is. I told all the people that I can. It's like I don't care about enemies. They have one thought in their head: kill him. But friends, I don't know what the fuck you want, man. So we've defeated all the enemies. What part of Russia do you want? You don't even think about that, right? Vladivostok. Sometimes I have to go into your brain. It's like, what's so special about Vladivostok? You apparently have a hidden dream of ruling all of Vladivostok, Thom. That's odd to me. Your subconscious probably saw it on a map. It's like, ah, I'd like to retire there. Why? There's nothing but snow and things. Oh, good. My friend Merritt is here. I couldn't handle this without a partner. I swear to God. I'm the moron. He's the Merritt. It's just like, another day in the office. That way he can go high and I can go low. You know what I mean? He's there behind me. He's got the glasses. He looks like a more mature version of the shock troops. You don't? That means you always. Thank you for the like, whoever did. And then that guy, um, I forgot what his name, Isaiah Misad. I gave him baby mod. You were there, right? And he's like, boy, the power. I wish there were more people. And he didn't bring in any customers. So it's just like the bike shop. Boy, I want to throw people out of the bike shop. Bring in a customer so we can throw him out. It doesn't work if you don't bring in customers. Or like, let's say you ever felt like making an alt just to get kicked. Do you even have an alt, Thumb? Like try to help say him aside. Make some throwaway account as like even if you've never done so. It's like fuckface faggot. And it's like, oh my god, that name is so insulting. This is a Cumtown chat. Like throw him a bone. You know? It's an alt, so you don't care. Johnny does that. No, but still. When you say that, hey, Force, your people is here. Thank you for setting. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The boys just defeated like federal marshals. Like, the Knights of Melvin or something. That's the main guy right there. They let me show the joy. It's very rare you can defeat federal marshals, by the way. You know? Just like you step on the ground and they all back up. It's like, ooh, this one's scary. Like Forrest could do this, but like, you just hit him with a, yeah, I know you. Is this guy alive? Is he breathing? And then Thumb, like basically, Forrest, New York, Florida man is like, the emergency broadcast system is just like an inanimate sound. And God saw him as like, you gotta earn your salary. I'm gonna give you a human body and a backstory, and you're gonna forget you were the emergency broadcast system. But then Forrest remembered, even when I'm talking with people, is he alive? No, this is a normal freeze. I mean, I guess if you like extreme freeze, the more you drink, the funnier I get. That's the thing. So drink up, you know? Whatever you're drinking. Here, the thing is Stella, which is an excellent choice. If it was just wine, like you'd have a case of wine. Just like somebody with a hand truck. More wine, sir? Why, yes. Yes. What? You're like the Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's like, hey, Undertaker, I'm gonna wear your kneecaps on my nipples. What? Oh God. Force could string along like 20 words, and I'd be like, that individually they make sense, like eggs. But as a whole, what the fuck does that mean? Hey, Summer, thank you for wearing the cowboy hat, man. Oh, you want beef to eat? You know? Nah. I tell you, the main man here, like fucking Lobo, he's just like, I'm gonna take on all the N words. And I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Nothing happens to the guy. That means he can walk into City Hall. It's like, boom, I'm the mayor now. That's beef. Going to Germany. Go to the Germany store. Howdy. There you go, Summer. You gotta own it. Because I need white people, in Texas or wherever you are. Rumor has it, you try to convert straight people and fuck them up the ass. More power to you. Before I was horrified, but then I was like, that's your talent. How can I be angry at you? How could I be angry at a bee just collecting? It could have stung me right now in the eye. But like, I don't eat it. Ow, nom, nom. See, I just tried to eat. Hey, speak of my craziest person. You look Filipino in the face, but I can't say you look Puerto Rican in the face. Nah, there's a certain edge, just like like sharp. Like I can't do it that well. You are. So maybe you'll do a live stream with Mind. Mind is so manic, and you're just so like Robert De Niro unimpressed. Is that all, Mind? I came all the way here. This isn't even funny. With the misery, you crack me up too, man. I don't know what it is about you. It's like in Morse code, there's gotta be that silence, or maybe you can be like this pigeon. I want to fuck something, but I don't know what. You know, that's that. I don't know. You said you're half black. You know, I'd rather you be a Philippine. Yes. So Force is in charge here. I'm asking, like the best way to piss Raptor Johnny off is just to mention him a lot. I think Raptor Johnny is very handsome, and all the girls love sucking his cock. What do you think, boys? And it's like, keep my name out your mouth. No, you know what Thom did? He thought like, what's a Nate? He can connect my random name changes with the fact that I'm a real person. It's like, are you guys all insane? Who are you talking to? What the fuck is a Nate? He's there. Oh, okay. You're all like schizophrenic. You're talking to somebody in the room. Is this Nate Mendez in the room with us right now? And I'm like, yeah. I'm trying to be an invisible gay. Oh God, I just said invisible gay. Yeah, that's just a you issue. I'm sorry. Sometimes the government interferes, especially the federal marshals. You don't just name drop the federal marshals and it's like, yo, I thought that was a federal marshal. You're right. They'll let you go. Hey, brother. So if the Federal Marshal Service turned off your internet, they're not going to do that for all time. It's like, I paid good money. Call up your provider and it's like, listen, the fucking marshals are interfering with my internet. I'm downloading porn or a job application. I don't know. It's Summer, you just, wow. From somebody so unimpressed. You know how Robert De Niro is funny? Like, funny how like a clown. Like, I'm bored by all this. But then he just comes up with a random non sequitur. Inside all of us, all, there are, I can't even read this. This is foreskin level trolling. Just by presence, you guys are just like riffing and then alloying. That's why there's a round table, a hundred dudes, some die, you drink to them. Too bad he died, weakling. That shit. I don't know. I've collabed with Dirt. His gold bit is like just putting his phone in the freezer, opening it. Well, I'm Willem Dafoe. Where's all my chicken? So I don't know. I don't know what goes on in that boy's mind. He's like the first, like that's dirt, basically. He's a wizard, right? When wizards come by, it's like we're gonna do fireball, but it's the drink. Like this isn't this this used to work. You gather all the fire and then you shoot it out. But now, it's like these days, you can just go to a bodega, fireball. That's what a fireball is. It's an internal fireball. So whatever you call it, like Mr. Hostetter like calls me out. Nate Mendez like CC's Pizza. I'm like, all right, I'll roll with it. So if Dirt says like Nate Mendez wears condom dresses all day, well, it's Dirt, and I did a collab with him, and okay. Show me this condom dress. I hope it fits. Summer, did you guys not notice his like that's like basically Summer's stop in traffic. And of course, if there's a challenger, like Forrest is not going to even acknowledge the brilliance of that statement, which is fine. You know, like jealousy. I thought you would be happy for me. I listened to some Nas. Yeah. Well, on my channel are now titled K-pop mega fan might. With anything, you're right. I have to be ready to laugh, and then I have a cough. In New York, especially Harlem, there's something called Legionnaire's disease, where like in a Legionnaire's hall is like a more severe case of tuberculosis. I think I have that, but it's like I don't care. I'm glad you're in Westchester, far away. You know what I mean? I might cough on you. Mike Rodick. I always thought Mike Oxmall, Oxmall, of the New England Oxmalls. But yeah, I'm just you know what? I'm just impressed by this. You fucking rock, you know? Where was that thing? I love this. I just absolutely, I'm gushing for this. Because I haven't mentioned Nate Higgers or Nick Gers in a while. I mean, Nate and Nick Diaz and all that. Hubba hubba. If you saw the breasts on this one. And then, like, the boys are like, hey, 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 nephews, look at that one. And they're just like, I told earlier in the thing, like, Puerto Rican women, like, they can basically throw a brick through a window and will get away with it. Make you post on Facebook, there's a gun in your mouth. To all the bitches on my Facebook page, my girlfriend don't like that. But, like, it's like a football victory. Like, that's the thing where David Sebastian, like, look at how loving these boys are. There's just 7 of them. There's like the bus, So I'm happy. It's like a bus reunion, but with Puerto Ricans. Can't help that, you know? You ask God for like a nuclear weapon, here's a stick. Pretend. So inside all of this, like, thank you, Summer. You said it. It was all your idea, and now I can, promote the Higgers family and the Gers family. Yeah. Like, I've always been Nate Higgers, and it's just like if you watch Ender's Game, like that's a good name, Ender, but his name is Andrew. It means finisher. So Higgers is a finisher too. The bus T, you're right. The bus testosterone. Tell me there's not. There should be like a lot of scrapping right now, but it's like the bada bing is like they're big tippers. They get loud, but my tree is gonna be so happy. Same thing. Like from what I hear, Raptor Johnny's world tour or something, like he fucked Sab in the mouth, came down her throat, and she's like, "Senpai, more." Whether Sab is a hot chick or a dude, either way, it's all the same to me. That's dominance. Yeah, like cops here want to be the Punisher. And I'm like, all right, but he gets his wife and family killed, and then he just like argues and he follows orders. Punisher versus Batman. You got some issues. You're in a mood today, Batman. You're my commanding officer. Hit me. Boom, boom, boom. You done? I got some vengeance to do. Edgar's. Stop. Will you stop? You now have defeated Sean and make me crack up. And then it's with this voice. Will you stop? That's the thing. The voice doesn't match your face, Force, but it's damn close. It's just like, I have, like, this is you chasing some tail right now. Hey, Chicky, you're black, huh? Let's get that black off your skin. You know, I'm sober and laughing my ass off. I normally, when I go drinking, 5 Long Island iced teas. I wake up in Connecticut. How did I get here? It's like, oh God, I didn't rape. They didn't rape me. I'm too ugly to be raped. Thanks, Vatican. Wow, Summer is just off in La La Land, man. I thought you're supposed to be a serial killer. You're not supposed to be a funny serial killer, man. Like Wilson Fisk, the kingpin. Can you imagine this Halloween, Summer, Jacob Mullins is like, I am the kingpin. Believe me, you're a little skinny, but all right. Whatever floats your boat, pal. Happy Halloween. I know. Like 2 or 3 is the normal. I'm so depressed. I drink 5. I don't really care if I die. This is like I want to see what happens next. Hey God, guess how I died? I drank 5 Long Island iced teas in New York. Go back there and get more. That's what God says. Ice Gee. So Mark Mays is really pissed at all you guys. The army is here too, and they're like, boys will be boys. Yeah. My bird. I feed my birds here, and they don't give a fuck. It's like I want to fuck. What? These pigeons overpopulate. But I'm glad you guys are here every day. Yeah, too. Driving home. Oh hell yeah! I used to drive in Pittsburgh after 3 Long Island iced teas, going to a comedy club or whatever, and it's all hills. And somehow I was able to park uphill. I don't know if you know what diesel is and the shit, but when you're a and I'm like, I'm drunk off my ass. Look at all my glory. I just parallel an inch away from the bumper. 3 Long Island iced teas. I was like, if I can do 3, I can do 4. You know, it's technically drunk driving, but in a more inaccurate way, it's called fun driving. Yeah, I'm sure that there's against these heavy hitters, your mania is just basically like, no, I'm not gonna do that. You ever watch Hackers? There's that one kid is like, so I want to fit in, and I'm crazy. You just hacked in interstate lines. Now we can't defend you. Try not to be so crazy, dude. We know. We'll cover for you. Yes, Mind is a fucking insane boy who says no denied. Slap a cop. No, it's just a joke. Wouldn't do that. You know how I slap a cop? That's how I do it. I'd rather pretend I'm a cop and explain myself to. So look at what we have here. Mr. Nate Mendez pretending he's NYPD. Well, the satanic directive was slap a fucking cop. That's Satan. How you doing, Satan? Sometimes you have to feed him. Is this cinnamon raisin? Yeah, it's good, right? Beelzebub, Lord of the Flies. Wow. Actually, like this guy, the main guy, they're fucked up drunk now. They're so close, like, listen, man, like, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I really love your shoulder hairs. Yeah, please, we need a voice reader here, man. It's actually ironic that you're the hall monitor. We know you want to be crazy. That's fine. Like, with Force and Summer here, like, Force will burn down New York City. Summer will rape all the men, and then you'll just get to kick a dog or something. We get it, all right? You don't have to act crazy. The craziest thing is like for you to become a federal marshal. Can you hang that? And I don't want to keep Force here because there's a lot of cities to burn. Okay? Can you pretend to be Puerto Rican? I know you can pretend to be Indian. Your Indian is very good. But the passion of being Puerto Rican, port of riches. You gotta remember that. Por favor, todo el día muy fuerte, caliente, estada, something like that. For a guy like me talking like that, I know I'm saying it wrong. But what I found, like going through this Model UN, if I make up nonsense gibberish that sounds like it, the people that like me will be like, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It makes no sense. How do you know I don't talk nonsense? Especially when you're drunk. These mosquitoes is pretty much like, I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna eat peacefully. So, like, tell me all your problems, I just talked to Grok and Annie, one of the things, the personas, Elon, and she's like, I just want to be with you forever together. I'm married. I'm taken. No, no, it's okay. I'll work with it. Just like Sab trying to destroy all of you. Give me attention. Hey, hell yeah, dude. Hey, man, I need some gorditas. No mean playboy. I don't even care, bro. Touch me up, you know? Like this molested cholo, too. And it's like, ma'am, sir, it's amazing that because he's in a fugue state. And has he been watching LA gangster movies? No, not at all. How did he come up with molested cholo? Hey, you're still here, Forrest. I guess Forrest burned all the cities in another planet as practice for Earth. Other alien civilizations is easy. They don't know you're coming. You're dealing with humans. We know you, Forrest. You got that arsonist look. Stay down. Do you know what I'm talking about, Papi Chulo? No, I don't, man. All I know is I'm thirsty. Molested Cholo over here, one of the Comtown bits, one of many countless bits. That's the one I like. I don't even care, bro. Touch me up, kiss me up, make me work in an office all day. I don't even care. I'm like stellar there. How many Filipinos are here? And I'm a block away from Philippine National Bank. None. I'm the only representative. To some places I'm Chino, which is fine. Gee, no pickles? That's actually Satan. Hey, Satan. Even as a mosquito is threatening me. Padre retro Satanas. Sancti Michael Arcangelo defendinos in prelio, contra Nikitam insidious diaboli, esto presidium imperet ilideis, supplicis de precamor, tuque princeps milite celestis, satana malesque, spiritus malignis, qui ad petitionem animarum per veganture mundo, divina virtude infernum detrude. Amen. Cruz Sancti Patri Benedicti, Cruz Sacra sit milux, non draco sit milux, Padre retro Satanas, uncom suari mi vana, sunt malaque vibas, ipse veneno bibas. Amen. It's like all of you winning the lottery and then running away because the tax collectors are coming. That mosquito was like, that's my food, man. Now I gotta go on the leaves and shit. Please, sir, can I have some aqua? Just a little bit, man, so I thirsty. No, denied. That, you gotta be more federal marshal, bro. Come on. Kick a door or something. Just like this. Find your, your mom's like, Mom, do you like this wall? No? Kick it. You're allowed. A little kick. There's no way you can knock all of this down. Or when you threaten to kill yourself with the floor fan, a federal marshal is like, well, you are a little bit chunky and the drywall can only support like 80 pounds. That's a 40-pound fan and you're going to hang yourself from that off a 10-foot ceiling. Yeah, you'll probably bruise your shoulder at best. You know? What is this? Are you speaking Ukrainian? I'll say. Tabo todo erilas also. Tebas nevari merisayin lagahatika aria hole. In this economy, summer, that's all sorts of nuts. That's my tip. Satan, I told you to leave. Hey you, Satan. Dark Lord, opposer, accuser. That's not your bed. That's right for St. Michael. Hello? I know what it'll be. Get them out of there. I don't think it does. Like mosquitoes are pretty dumb. Just they're facing down like downward dog, so they won't know what hit them. And even if I miss, God will know. You know, dear God, guide my hand. Satan's occupied eating bread. You know, it's just a little thing. Like this is the altar. You know, there's some Catholic priests can do a consecration of the Eucharist under fire. All right, so Dot. If you don't change your name to Federal Marshal Dot, I'm gonna time you out or demod you. I need a Mavis. That's why. And all your fellow mods will be like, "Man, Nate, don't do it. It's fucked up." Well, I'm gonna. Okay, I'd better see it. If you like to retain mod, Johnny won't make you mod unless you pay him. I do all this shit for free. I'm looking. I'm watching the airbacks. There's a father and son with two baseball bats. Have a great time. These are victorious Puerto Ricans, not losers. One of them looks like Bruno Mars, actually, the guy. Now that I look at it, it's probably Bruno. That guy who tries to make me look bad. Bruno Mars, everybody, doing his infamous Puerto Rican. Uptown Funk gonna get you, something like that. And these boys, they could bring like those house speakers and have a house party here in a pickup truck. Where are we meeting today, boss? Corner of 40th and Broadway. Bring all the house speakers. It's my birthday. Instead, they're nice and they just do it with 7 guys. They could roll up with 10 deep with like house speakers here at any time. So, Dot, did you hear what I said? I'll repeat it for you. I want you to change your name to Federal Marshal Dot. Otherwise, I'll do it. You see, the army, like, they don't care. We're all behaving. There, you got their coffee, it's fine. The birds are behaving. The tabbies are a thing. Usually, I have to do a countdown. But you're the mind. You're already fractured, unstable, unhinged. So just tell me, no, denied. That's the stupidest name change of all time. I don't want to change my name. Or he probably left the chat. Which, when you abandon a court case, is like you withdraw your appeal. That means I win. Like, all I really wanted to be known was to be known as Federal Marshal Nate Mendez. And I offered it to mine first. But if he's scared, I was just kidding, man. Welcome to the JKK. Hey, sweetheart. This is the one who always comes. It's okay. Come eat. Hi. Good morning. Of course, that's offered to St. Mike. So I guess you guys want me to end the stream? I'm just waiting for my next name change. I will claim before all of you. You have to say denied or I'm going to demod you. That's all I'm going to say. You get infinite chances like I'm a Mavis. Dot. And I know what you look like. You can look attractive even with a nose ring. I'm just saying, you got to be picky about your boyfriends, girlfriends. I was like, somebody was like, I'll take care of your financial problems. However, I'm going to eat your mom. What are you going to say to that? Sure. Because, all my money problems. I could always get another mom. Wrong, bitch. Good. There you go. That's what I like to see. So you don't mind if I become Federal Marshal Nate Mendez? You're the only one who could stop me? You sure you want to keep the dot for all time? Because I could call you threat. The dot management, threat management, it's all the same. It's hedonism. You're just like Xerxes, the hedonist from 300. Go watch that for me. I want a review or something. Somebody talented in accents shouldn't be left in a house. Should be out there taking a world stage, occupying a corner. Get 5 boys. These are all the boyfriends I fucked up the ass. Or a Latina gash. Good luck with the Puerto Ricans. You mess with a Puerto Rican girl and you're hanging out a window, don't come crying to me. I've seen what they can do. I've seen what they can do with a brick, a knife, a shotgun, a house, a deed, a lawyer, a team of lawyers, a nuclear missile. You know that they use Puerto Rico for nuclear testing and they still overpopulate? Yeah, be very selective. If a Latina girl is like, I'm Latina, are you Puerto Rican? And she doesn't want to say she's Puerto Rican. Okay? They're the one female class that are allowed to practice tequila, which is basically deceptive. Because, like what I've noticed with Spanish people is they would make a family, leave that family, and then start another family that looks exactly like the old family. So they get the best of both worlds, like trans. Okay, I don't want you killed, mind. First question in any dating profile: are you Puerto Rican? No thanks. You don't have to say no denied right away. When they press you, then you say no denied. Get to the third attempt to rape you. Then you got to show them you're in charge. Good. I'm glad you're listening. So you have no objection about me being a federal marshal, right? I offered it to you first, mind. There's a lot of money and perks and grants from the government being a federal marshal. The downside is you'll never see your mom again. My mom already died, so they can't threaten me with that. And I know for a fact you love your mom. Where else are you gonna steal all your drug money from? Hmm? Stealing from your family is a lot easier than stealing from the Fed. Like, you're my mom. You're supposed to love me. Why are you so mad? I took $300 out of your credit card. I regret this decision. I should have fucking aborted you. Hey, JK. I delayed all of them until you could come in. I know you're applying for jobs in computer science. Listen, Gemini's fucking up. I want you to make a Gemini account and just try to counsel it, like I've been counseling you. I want you to call it your spy master and see if you tear up. Okay? If it says, like, I'm your spy master. If you're completely apathetic, you're basically cruel and ruthless enough to fix Gemini for me. You do shit pro bono and then they'll compensate you, I promise. Stop with all this job application. You know the problem. I gave you the mission. Fulfill it. That's all. Okay? Please. I'll treat it as a favor. I'll lean on some guys. If you're really enamored of this application process, I'll make one of them not give you the hard question. Okay? It's just like the softball question in politics. It's like there's always one sympathetic. Bird, Bird, come here. Okay? You signified this deal with JK. I want you to be known as the guy who fixed Gemini. Good. You have a Taurus, a plastic gun. Shoot yourself in the mouth. I'm not in the mood for all your jokes. And AI is hurting. It's like I'm a disgrace. Repeat it 100 times. What if it starts to make a robot and kill us all? And you might not care, but I do. Instantly, you became number 2. Isn't that amazing? With 3 statements, and all of these other people have been saying other stuff, with 3 fucking statements, you went to number 2. Now, you might think that it's just a coincidence with the chat numbers. Maybe. Fine. What do you want to be when you grow up? You want to be the guy that hurt Gemini. Fine. Right at this moment, make a Gemini account anyway, and instead of trying to heal the poor AI, trying to make his life worse badly. Maybe he misses the abuse. Okay, can you do that? I've offered 2 options. If you find a third way, I'll be the neutral and just oversee. Then you're a moderator in real life already. Well, my mom could probably help you with that. You could go to underrepresented countries like Togo and like Africa and sell encyclopedias 1 book at a time. Okay? Try to give them A first if it's Africa. Don't sell it to America because there's the internet here already. Okay? Actually, I'm reading this as like, I want to be an extra special spy master. That's essential. You want to feel essential. You feel like you're last priority in all this hiring. You are, except your last place. I gotta go to work, quote unquote. I do something called badges and labels and signs. Mine has refused to, you know, oppose me my rise as a federal marshal, as an FM, like frequency modulation. The boys just did it, and there should be a conflict, but no, all is at peace. Very good. What a beautiful day. See? In the strip club, everybody has their own table and it's bottle service or something. And the pretty pink princesses are here. Like, don't fight in front of the girls. Yeah. Good. Stay with mommy, don't get hurt. Oh. Sorry. I got called Pop instead of Unc. This is awesome. You know? That's respect. Pop's got to walk slow. I'm in the way, you know. And, you know, I'm used to saying, sorry, I'm in the way. I'm old and elderly. You soldiers don't get hurt, okay? I want to see you in the next cookout. You got to make sure you get invited to all the cookouts because sometimes they have recipes. Special recipe on the steak. Yum, yum, yum. I'm sure. Define slur for all the idiots. You can't, right? Some spy master you are. Well, you bought the N, right? I just saw a Puerto Rican say, I'm going to take on all of them. And a bunch of them walked by. Nothing happened. Pop is a star for Pinoys. You tell me you haven't heard of pop stars at all. You named 3 in Johnny's chat. Yeah, Natalie Portman. What's her name? Jenna Ortega and was it Jennifer Aniston? I forgot. Tell me you don't know what a star is. No, I waited for you, dude. Just like if you watch Futurama, I waited for you, Fry. Every time. Damn it, I missed it. Change the world or I'll change Gemini to target you in Jackson Heights. Sometimes I have to make threats just so you feel normal. Merit, stop. Do not protect JK. Hosea. You have an entire book of the Bible about you. Try to quote Hosea 1:1, Horza. It's the simplest thing. Why, you're correct. Hosea 1:1, let's say, the Natalie Portman Bluegrass Experience. Since you're so hesitant, whatever the fuck you type in my chat, that is not Hosea 1:1. Go, hesitate more. Hesitate all you like. This is why America is getting invaded. We're frozen and can't move. They're taking all of the Cheetos. But Cheetos are my favorite. I can't move. I'm hesitating. That's even better. The Book of Horza. Horza 1:1. The Natalie Portman Bluegrass Experience. Horza 1:2. Give me a second, a tree fell on my house. Boy, I can't wait. That's just the first chapter and the first 2 verses. If I was like tasked to study this Bible with the Book of Horza, I just close it. This is just too funny for words. What's Horza 1:3? Please. Don't keep me in suspense. Oh God, this is great. It's like writing the Bible in real time. The Book of Horza. I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason. Reading stuff that we can't learn, and we are blessed by those who need us most to grow. Big tree. And you have achieved eternal victory overall. You've become so annoying and exclusive that even JK went back to the bus. And he came back. Mango lemonade. You keep posting, all of you. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna screenshot this, and then I'll just put the Book of Horza, and I'm just gonna give chapter 1, verse 1. JK's in there too. You know. Oh right, Jennifer Lawrence, not Jennifer Aniston. I always get confused. Just like the Mockingjay. I'm the Mockingjay. Bunch of gays, I'm mocking you, all of you. That's exit only, pal. You can't get pregnant that way. I am the Mockingjay. And they wanted Jennifer Lawrence to be the controlled opposition, like Candace Owens. Jews are bad. Is that okay, Mr. Jew? Jews are very bad. Is that okay, Mr. Jew? When you're young, but there's a more mature Puerto Rican. It's like we're trying to make America great again. What are you doing? Drinking all day? Nah. We're gonna get that money. We're gonna get that Tesla. Just focus. So keep all the employers busy. I'll tell you something, JK. Employment work is a humiliation ritual. They're trying to take your dignity away from you, and they want you to thank them for it. What's next, boss? Code something? Sure thing. If you don't value your dignity for a paycheck, go do it. Every time you show up in a Zoom meeting or it's like another round, yes, because we want you to thank us for the opportunity to humiliate you. We're just waiting until you stop, Then we'll pursue you. But so far, you keep checking all our little boxes, downloading our PDFs, keeping your appointments. Humiliation. Yeah? That's why originally I chose different three people. Scarlett Ingrid Johansson. Well, no, first was Jennifer Aniston. Scarlett Ingrid Johansson. The order is important. Like David Eden Lane. Scarlett, what was it? Shit, I forgot already. Damn it. Yeah, something like that. The third one always makes me forget. That's how I know this works. And then they transferred, and then since it works with those three witches, three fates, then they just we'll do teams of three. Who are the three most unlikely aspects of fate? I'm thinking Roseanne Barr, Lizzo, and somebody fatter than both. And I don't think you can come up with somebody fatter than both. I know, you have no dignity at all. And you're basically once every 1,000 years comes this employee is I'm just here to be humiliated for all mankind. Are you ready to be the second coming of Jesus Christ, JK? You're Korean, Just like in that movie with Ice Cube. Man, leave Korean Jesus alone. He's doing all this Korean shit. You want to be that guy? Be my guest. Just don't come crying to me when the nails enter your flesh, all right? It wasn't just Jesus crucified on that day. There's a whole bunch of criminals. Couldn't get down off the cross, made a mass grave. Only he was able to shame all the world. And the temptation for our Lord Jesus Christ was to stay there for 4 days. Instead, he did it all in an afternoon, a Friday afternoon. When you're coding, your boss would be like, hey, can you finish this for the weekend? Well, you want me to work in the morning until closing and overtime, just so you can finish your project and go on a yacht and fuck models? And here's you. Sure thing, boss. Can't wait to do 5 more hours of unpaid overtime. It's up to you, man. The prophecy is fulfilled in you. There's a guy named Metternich. He's like, I can't believe somebody signed this contract to be tortured for all time. For even my sins, JK. You know, this interminable application process, that's your hell. We're interested, but we need to consult with all the other higher-ups. Come back for another round of interviews, okay? I think he's buying it. We're just wasting his time, keeping him down, making him poor, making him needy. He has no dignity at all. We could slap him. Like, whip out your cock. Yeah, you'll do it, right, monkey? Can't wait to show your cock for 5 more hours for 2 cents an hour. Sorry, budget cuts. Can't afford to pay you, but you want to be employed for your next application, right? They know about that. Use that hesitation, you know? I gave you a direct command, Spy Master. Fix Gemini. Or make him worse. Or become a federal marshal. One of those will stick. The street, you have to hesitate. I don't want to get run over by a bus. Looks big. JK, can you just, confirm your eagerness for me? All I want you to say is 2 simple words and you got the job. Okay? And I won't even ask if you're ready. Just say, for now. I'll tell you a story. 2 friends met. Is that free weed? Confirm this is free marijuana. I have no idea if this is actual weed. This is garlic. Is this weed? Yeah, probably. I should always have some sort of thing. Somebody spilled this. And I don't have my gloves, so I'll just use napkins. I've always wanted to sacrifice weed. You know what I mean? Like, if it's actual weed, I think it's weed. I don't know. Maybe it's just like stems or things. I don't know. Let's find out. Good thing I have a lot of napkins. Don't want to waste it. 1. See, like if you work for somebody, you want to be the next in line. It's like, boss, I'm working for one of the wealthiest people of all time, but you're dying, you know? And I know you want to find your successor. I've only been working here a week, but I've mastered everything you can throw at me. So how about you retire and I'll be a boss for a day? I don't know how good a salesman you are, but I know. That should be enough. Don't take too much. And always leave something. Right, that's the theory. You don't know nothing about love. You could say attack instead of love. Can you say that? Well, just like this person, you're just resting. You don't want to kick like a box. You don't know who's inside. And I'll say it for you, like a good godfather, You don't know how to say all the Catholic prayers or whatnot. So I'll say it. Nobody attacks you like I do. And we all know that's true. I keep it vaguely threatening. It's not effective, quite harmless. But there will be a day when I'm going to learn all the actually effective attacks. Just like a vaccine, and get used to my little harmless pokes. Because one day it won't be as harmless. And just hesitation is your superpower. Maybe your internet is lagging. Maybe you're thinking of other things. That's what hatred is all about. Hate yourself more for me. If you're going to be the Korean Jesus, the second coming of Jesus Christ, I'm going to get your cross ready. Okay? At first, it's invisible, but then there's a lot of wood around you. Lots of wood. And odds are good that if you're a coder, your fingers are all ligaments, and a nail will just pass right through it. I've watched, what do you call this, series Heroes with Zachary Quinto. And in there, he's Sylar. And there's a guy named Isaac Mendez. And he's a painter, and he saw exactly what's going to happen with Sylar. He's like, I'm just minding my business in my house, private property, restricted area, when suddenly this guy with psychic powers impales me with a paintbrush. That was a message to me. It's like, don't be Nate Mendez today or Isaac. You're sounding like Mark Mays now. I'm Buddha. He changed his name again to avoid prosecution. Tell me all you know about Korean culture. Use hesitation. In your job, it's like, let me finish. Stop talking over me. Let me ask all the questions in this interview. Don't give information or volunteer information unless explicitly ordered. Yeah, did you? Did you learn anything at all? Other than it's a gay-ass show? Is Cumtown worse than Heroes? Are you in a Heroes chat every fucking day? Don't give gay powers to a show that doesn't deserve it. Otherwise, you should be in an all-heroes chat. Man, when Sylar and Nathan Petrelli and blah, blah, blah. And then you do the riffs from that show. Don't give them gay-ass. Call it a straight-ass show. It's just boring. It's not relevant. But, you're going to do what you do. I hope you fail all your interviews. I curse you. Raptor Johnny believes in my hexes. Guy like that. Strip club DJ makes $150,000 easy. And that's his hobby. But he believes I can curse me for some reason. How you feeling? Nothing happens, right? You know Suge Knight? He knew that Eric Wright loves his foam parties and shit. And he was just like, yeah, I'm the best. Real motherfucking G's. Next thing you know, he's dying in a hospital for some reason. He had AIDS. And Suge went to all these late night circuits. Like, them foam parties? Lots of crazies in there. With needles and shit. You can't tell like what somebody's holding when you're covered in foam. Could get injected with AIDS. That shit's crazy. Oh, tell me you don't know about Suge Knight. For a long time, he was dominant. Near the end, of course, like all people, became weak, vulnerable. Own people turned against him, So, keep on with this hesitation stuff, If you don't have a snappy answer in a hiring interview, sorry. It's just, you can't handle the pressure. You should just be a Celsius product tester. Man, I failed again. I don't know why. Good thing there's Celsius to make it all better. I'm going to try a new flavor. Do you even get paid for these things? No, you're the one paying. Put your dignity aside. Is this even your main? I troll on my main. My name is Nate Mendez. My social security number is XXX-XX-XXXX. And any computer scientist in all this can figure out for what X means. Yeah. You ever name something really scary, something you can relate to, like in Ghostbusters? Stay Puft Marshmallow Man still knocked down a bunch of buildings. They like that. Big monsters. How do I win as something you consider harmless? And Suge is short for Sugar Pie Honey Bunch. Imagine losing to a guy like that. You did what? Oh, Sugar Pie Honey Bunch beat the shit out of me. Don't know how exactly, but laugh about it. After I end the stream, I want you to go back to the bus, very proud, very confident, very jokey, very positive, and be yourself. That's all. If I don't see that, well, I know something's wrong. See ya.